Na-na-na-na, we're back. That's my theme song. Like I said, we're going to Bahamut next, but this is just going to be a grinding video. I'm basically just going to sell the items I got from Leviathan's cave, go to Bahamut's cave, show off the monsters, get some of the treasure, or just grind, we'll see, and I'm not going to kill Bahamut. I'm going to level up to like 38, maybe even 40, we'll see. But this is going to be grinding, so if you don't want to watch that, which I don't blame you, skip to the next video and we'll be going through the cave, showing everything, and shouldn't be any secret passages, if I remember. But yeah, so if you don't want to watch grinding, you've been warned. You've been horribly, horribly warned. First, we're just gonna reset our party to something different here. Yes, can I use a carrot, please? That's not the carrot button. That's Leviathan. Carrot? Gosh, okay. We're gonna give him Leviathan, just so he can keep it safe. Give him a demon. Boom! Alright. Now we can disequip. We'll disequip. Who has the other sword? You do. No, not that one. Can we stop? Alright, we got 210, 215, damn. Or 250. Yeah, I cannot. I am not good with the letters and orders. Bleh. I am dyslexic though, but it's not that effective. It's not that bad. Alright. Save that stuff and we'll job it up. We're gonna make Chap. Who's got the most HP? Umbri. So we'll make Chap the karateka. And we'll make Umbri the knight. Remember the knight? Change it back. And we don't have any weapons for this. Blah, 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 blah. Chakra. Black belt. Protect. And the knight. We'll quit better stuff once we unload it, but right now, just that reflect armor. Bam. And, power. And we'll get some diamond helm and some weapons up here. Remember? Vending machines. Diamond helm. No, we won't get that. And some swords. 2 swords to be precise. Sword. Hurrah! Yay, now we have a mixed class. Ooh! Defender. Raises vitality up. Cool. Bam. Very, very nice. Remember, one of the innate abilities of the knight is that they can block anyone in the critical status. Sort of like cover in other games, which is nifty. And now we grind. First I'm just gonna run into monsters and go over them, because there shouldn't be anything that difficult in here. I'm keeping a Dark Knight on my team because I'm... the wrong one. I'm fairly worried about splitting enemies still, so we can always round that up. Shloop. Alright, now the other cave. Yeah, can I go? Thank you. I'm trying to remember where this other cave is. It's like down here. You need this ship to access it, obviously. Yeah, I think this is it. Schloink! Save. And we'll, save state, because I don't trust this save, and there's a lot of work that goes into this crap. The Cave of Bahamut. Like I said, I'm not getting any treasure until we do the main run-through, which will be next. So this is just gonna be grindy fun times. Hurrah! Ooh, Petrosauruses. These guys are just tough dinos. They hurt. Stop hitting Umbri. Jeez. And remember, you can just go right on. Oh my gosh! Stop hitting Umbri. Should have gave Umbri a shield. You should be able to kill these guys in one hit with most, unless you're really underleveled. Looks like the M Knight has still the best attack. Punch it in the face, yeah! Almost awesome. Just keep near the entrance here, just in case. We run into something big and scary. Okay, that's not big and scary. That's actually okay. Now what I'm gonna do is lower the audio and pump it up to, super fast. And we shall grind. Oh, shall we grind. There should be a great day of grinding. Grinding and running back to the ship to heal. Isn't this exciting? Actually, since we are just grinding, we are gonna take a Danny, and we're just gonna flop him on the Karateka, so they can get tons and tons more HPs, which they need. Just pop on some armor here. Very good. Alright. Let's grind. Oh, stop ambushing me. Ooh, Danny has very bad hits. Ah, stop killing Danny. Danny needs levels. Quick, run back and heal Danny. Ah. Isn't this exciting? I should have stayed more towards the door. What level are we all on? Yeah, we need to get, like, to 38, 39. Bahamut is, tough, because he's Bahamut, the king of dragons. And let's see how much experience we're getting from these guys. Okay, like, a little under 3,000. See, we already dinged. Yeah. Ah, the excitement of leveling. What can I talk about? I wonder if anyone's Final Fantasy was Final Fantasy 3, either on the DS or the original on here, the NES. Ow, that explosion was bad. See, the Invincible's awesome. I'm sorry if the music is ear-grating, but that's what happens when you speed crap up. Take a sip of water here. Now, I haven't played all Final Fantasy games. I haven't beaten 8s. I was in the school of thought of I didn't really like Final Fantasy 8. It's got, it's got good, there's mechanics in there, there's a game, it's just not the kind of game I like. And I really, really hated the story. That's also, I think, someone's personal preference. That if they hate the story, whatever. The character's just everything. It was, no. I felt like no investment. I felt like I was watching a bad anime. But, like I said, that is my opinion. Hate me for it, whatever. I don't care if someone likes Final Fantasy VIII. Go ahead, have fun. It's great. Embrace it. But, yeah, I haven't played that. I haven't played the 2 MMOs. When the second MMO, which I think is 14, released, I remember watching stuff about it that it released very, very broken and terrible. Like, holy crap, this game is just, it's unplayable and terrible. But now, I have friends who play it and they said it's improved greatly, so, if it didn't cost oodles of money, I'd give it a try. Stop killing people. But yeah, I also haven't played 12. I've seen it played, and I've seen it like basically watched a Let's Play of it because I didn't know, and I didn't have an interest to play it too much money, and it's cool, it's interesting. The stuff you have to do to get some of the later games with all the grinding, that's a little extreme, but it's still interesting. And then there's I've never played 15. I don't have a PlayStation, whatever we're up to now. I think my highest PlayStation is the PlayStation 2. My brother has it though, and he played it, and I've watched him play it, and it's great. I think it's a great game. I love all the throwbacks. I'm not sure how the fighting feels because I haven't played it, so I don't know, is the fighting feel okay? Is it just sort of button mashing? Is it actually engaging? It looks engaging and confusing, but yeah, so I'd have to say the game feel of just watching it is good, but I don't know about the play. Still, I think it's good. I thought it was a good, sort of comeback. A lot better than Final Fantasy 13, and I think there's 2 sequels to it. I actually don't remember, but I did not like Final Fantasy 13 at all. The only thing I actually like about it is the Chocobo. The little Chocobo chick, and I think his name is Saz or Zaz. He's got a fro, and there's a Frocobo Chocobo in there, and that's just hilarious to me, but that doesn't make a game. I've played it, I hate everything about it. I feel like it's just everything's a hallway, not just the hallways. The shops are hallways, the towns are hallways, the plot is a hallway. Oh, it's not really a hallway. The plot is mainly just, like, make up shit as you go, and then read the guide, and sob a lot. I really didn't like the story presentation. I'm a writer, I'm a reader. I want a game to present itself smartly and make me feel engaged. I don't want to have to go read a wiki every time to find out about this mysterious, weird keyword that everyone's talking about and already is familiar with. That's just it. Even when I read a bunch of stuff and got into the lore, I still was like I can't relate to this at all. Like, this is dumb. The only cool thing I think about Final Fantasy 13, at least I've never played the sequels, but the original, is throughout, I'm not going to spoil the plot, but throughout the game, pretty much you and everyone in your group, all the people that you play as, are sort of outcast criminals, in a way. And the game actually makes you feel like an outcast because you can't feel like you interact with anything. You're just kind of, like, out there. Like, alright, I'm not part of this world. I don't feel immersed at all. I'm just kind of out here. I can't rejoin society. I don't know if that was intentional, but that's how I felt. But yeah, I could rant about how much I had Final Fantasy 13, but there's really no need. I just didn't like any of it. But, like I said with Final Fantasy 8, if you liked it, more power to you. It was a long game. I know there's a ton of side quests and crap to do, so enjoy it. What other Final Fantasy games? Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy X is a mixed bag for me. I really, really, really like the gameplay. I actually love the sphere grid, both, I've played it regular and international. And I like the whole leveling up system and how everyone has their own different casts, and then you can kind of combine stuff as you go. Like, everyone starts out as their own little class. Like, Lulu is your black mage, but you can, if you, take her down another route later, she can be a black mage that also can inflict status ailments, or has buff spells, or healing spells. Or, same with physical characters. You can split them up and stuff. And near the end, when you grind out everything, everyone is pretty much the same. But I just liked how they gave you a choice. Like in Final Fantasy 7 and 8, and maybe 6, like, you pretty much made everyone a hybrid right away. 6 was a little better because everyone had their own skills. But 7 and 8, everyone was pretty much interchangeable in a way right off the start because you could give it was so customizable, which isn't a bad thing, but I like in Final Fantasy X how it sort of accomplished that, where everyone can do everything later, but you had to play through the game and actually, do the rock, paper, scissors kind of thing on the monsters and strategize and not just be like, everyone knows Ultima, and now the monsters have died. So yeah, really like that. Where Final Fantasy X falls for me is, some people agree with me, is the plot and the characters. Ooh, I know people are a fan of it and think there's an amazing story there. I just want to say the world. Remember, I was talking about 13, how everything just felt empty and stupid, and I didn't care. Final Fantasy X, I cared about a lot of the stuff. There was a world there. I felt in it. With the culture, the religion, the different customs, even the weird outfits everyone wears. It was interesting. But I think it was executed wrong. I'm definitely not a fan of Titus, as you're probably guessing. Titus, I think he is like a red herring that stinks up the whole story. I think he it seems like he comes in and hijacks all the cool stories. Like, I never really cared about him or his journey at all. Even at the end of the game, where like huge stuff was happening. Oh, I need a Phoenix down to revive someone. Oops. Even at the end of the game, where like actual huge stuff was happening, I didn't. I was like, who cares about Titus? Like, I don't care about his journey at all. But that, once again, that was me. I just did not care for that. Or I'm missing some brilliant story, but I don't know. I mostly cared for a ton of other stuff. There's a bunch of other side stories. There's a big story that happened with some characters' parents slash mentors that happened before your journey, and that's way more interesting to me. Same with everyone else. Another thing I found out about the game is there's a lot of like nastiness in it, and I don't mean like, oh geez, not this again. I don't mean, like, oh, there's a mean character and he's being mean and he's killing people. No, like, I mean, there's a lot of, like, just random NPCs and stuff who are just assholes. Some of the main characters, too, and just side characters that you see a lot. You run into a lot of people who are just bullies and buttholes, and they don't really seem to have a reason. They're just like, I'm just an asshole. And it was just very odd. There's even a little side plot with some of the characters where they act like assholes to each other over something that they really just need to sit down and talk about like frickin' adults. Yeah, you run into a lot of like bully asshole characters, and it's really odd because of the way the world's set up. You think people would be a little more, altruistic, a little more empathy there, because I'm gonna save state here, because of the way things are. Just things are a bit bleak. And I'm not talking about, like, oh, times are tough, so these people are, like, mugging, or they're trying to survive. No, it isn't even that. They're just people who are just assholes. Like, and like I said, the reasons are just so thinly veiled. And you never really find out about it later. Like, it's literally just like, oh, those people are assholes. Okay. So yeah, that was another thing I didn't like about that game. But yeah. Love the gameplay. Love it tons. I love the summons. I love how you can permanently summon something and fight with it. I love the little secrets, kind of. I feel like a lot of the secrets were added at the end of the game. All those ultimate weapons and stuff, just the way you get them is... it's hard to explain. It just feels like it was tacked on, like, oh god, we have to add super weapons now, quick. But, yeah, so it's sort of like 50-50 with me with Final Fantasy X. Probably because I played as an adult, more of an adult, and it doesn't have the rose-colored nostalgia fun times that hits, and also because it did have some flaws. And also, oh wow, some of those side quests. If you ever play Final Fantasy X and want to get everything, there's some really annoying side quests. There's 3 in particular that I remember being ridiculous. There's side quests in every Final Fantasy game, but these were just... First of all, they're mainly skill-based, as in, controlling and moving around. It isn't like this, where this is an extra side quest where I can level up and kill Bahamut if I have the skill and the time. And, get his summon, and that's my reward. No, this is like... Oh, geez, I'm level 41. I should probably stop. Options. Timing. Let me just finish my train of thought here. So, in Final Fantasy X, it was all skill-based, which is okay. There's tons of RPGs with skill-based stuff. Like, the Breath of Fire series had a lot of that, especially in the last 2 games, 3 and 4. I'm not counting Dragon Quarter. But there was, the lightning dodging, which was just boring twitchy, busy work. Like, it wasn't even engaging. It's worse than grinding. Then there was the butterfly catching. Yes, an actual thing. You had to basically follow a path down like a windy root tree kind of place to get these butterflies. And you had to be really precise in order to get the treasures at the end. Like, I'm talking really precise. And this is an RPG, so it's not built for, like, skill stuff. So that was kind of annoying. And every time you messed up, you had to fight an enemy and restart, blah, blah, blah. And then the worst one was the blitzball, chocobo training, dodging thing. Oh my gosh. So, like how I said, this is a skill game. The controls were not designed well for this. Very much not. Very, very painful. Oh, I'm having more flashbacks. Yeah, so it was basically you fighting the controller. Have fun. I didn't like it. I've done it twice in my lifetime because I had to do it again in the international, but I've never done the lightning bolt dodging. I found out what I had to do and I was like, nope. So yeah, say what you say about that. I don't care. So Final Fantasy X, fond memories, but some issues. We'll start with the night. Well, there's my grinding. I am done. About 20 minutes, but it was sped up. Everyone's level 41. We got a nice chunk of HP for Danny, who I turned into Karate after that. Chap's got the most, because Chap's already a Karate. M. Knight, I actually don't know their vitality. 27, it's pretty high. I think it's about as much as a Knight. 62, good lord. Yeah, so one downside of the M. Knight is their vitality's kind of but it's fine. But there it is. Next episode, we will be taking on Bahamut and going through his cave. It's not that big. I think it's like 4 rooms. It's kind of like Leviathan's, where it's just a bunch of treasures and some bridges, and then you meet the dragon. But yes. So, I'll be seeing all you next time. Bye-bye.